Welcome to the Fabulous Life 21-day challenge to supercharge and ignite your fabulous life. My name is Denise Williams, and I am your coach on this journey. But although I am on have the spotlight tonight, the Fabulous Life covers a wide cross section of coaches that can help you to live your fabulous life. And we are all about using tools and technology and our ability to help you live better, higher, at a standards that's just awesome. Okay, so we always ask, what support do you need? Because definitely we're calling ambitious women. Yeah. And we believe life coaching can boost your performance. And we create a safe space to help you make more money, build your network, shatter financial blocks, become more creative, develop a wellness plan, transform your life, and improve your image. So we are here to offer you support in all ways. Now, I have spent a long time in financial planning, but tonight I am stepping out of my comfort zone and I am going to talk about wellness. Now, in the Fabulous Life, we do have coaches that are very, very adept at helping you to build that plan. And they've put together an awesome package for us to go through in this session. So, what we have here is a juice cleanse for wellness and detox. And isn't this just an awesome opportunity for you to look at this now? Guess what? We're going to do it one day of the week for 3 weeks or 3 continuous days. So, not a burdensome activity, right? So, we want to focus on the digestive tract. We want to build and boost wellness, metabolism, and just remove unwanted pounds. And here is the daily nutrition plan. Okay. 100 grams of protein, 1,200 calories, and here's we're gonna cut out empty carbohydrates. Does that mean I have to get rid of my chips? Oh my goodness. So here we go. It says 80% nutrition, 20% fitness are the keys to being a winner at losing unwanted weight. So that's interesting because someone like me, I always believe that going to the gym is the answer. But maybe we should just go to the gym for fun. Then he talks about liver being the seat of the fat metabolism. So you juice to clean it up. Now, we're looking at doing a detox to, remove the buildup of toxins in your system. Here we go. Carrots, lettuce, celery, and they regenerate the liver. Parsley is good for kidney stones. And is the recipe. 175 grams, which is 6 ounces of carrot, 3 ounces of celery, 3.5 ounces of spinach, and 1 ounce of parsley. And you use a juice extractor. Okay. Then you want to flush it away. We're going to look at my word, 2 cups of watermelon flesh, including the seeds. Wow. And 4 ounces of raspberry, fresh or frozen. Blend it smooth, drink it right away. We have rest and regenerate. 4 ounces grape, 4 ounces pineapple, 3 ounces celery, 3 ounces lettuce. Of course, it says here you're blending and consuming as the final meal for the evening. So we have 3 different juices that we just went through. Of course, this will be available on the Fabulous Life website. And here we go. It says here, for a smoother mix, extract the juice of the lettuce and celery in a juice extractor and then blend with the grapes and pineapple slices. Here we go. The juices are to be used instead of regular meals. And then you do water, tea, or coconut water in between. Says here, if after the juice, for most of the day, if you feel hungry in the evening, do one more juice. Okay, so we're not actually eating. And so again, I'm just scrolling back up because this juice cleanse for wellness and detox can be found on the Fabulous Life website. So never mind. Now we have one more wellness activity that we're going to go through. As I said, I'm stepping out of my comfort zone, which is, I'm the money lady, but we really want to look at this clean eating checklist, which is very important. Okay, especially if you want to reshape your shape. Whew. So here we go. So it says here, again, this worksheet will be on the Fabulous Life website. So clean eating is eating food in its most natural form. Okay. So nothing packaged. And clean eating is consuming the stuff that grows in the ground, picked from the bushes, plucked from the trees. Now, to rescue me from trying to put zone in eating is the lady who put the program together, right? We have with us a Dr. Andrea Blackwood Harriet. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Did I get the time wrong?
It was six. We started at 6.
Okay. So
Okay.
yes, I am late then. I
You're just
am
in time
okay.
to
So
rescue me.
hello, everybody.
Right. And so
Hello,
just to remind everyone, we are talking about
so
clean.
you've been getting a preview of what
Yes,
is. Yes, you're okay now. I'm okay. Are you hearing me fine?
100%.
Great. So you were giving them a preview of the clean eating.
I actually went through the juicing and just said, I'm stepping out of my comfort zone to talk about. I'm so happy you're here to rescue me because I'm absolutely. I thought, honestly, we were going to talk about all the great chips and sodas that we're going to eat. And here I am looking at all of these juices and.
So, so I thought you would have pulled up the PowerPoint and started showing that.
Right. Okay. So the PowerPoint was WhatsApp. And so that was a challenge with the phone. So technology at work. So what I got, I pulled from the email and I was running through the juicing
You
list.
could have just sent me a little email to say that the WhatsApp did not work
Oh,
because I have it on Google Drive, which I could
okay.
just share the link.
Well,
So
what you could do, yeah, just what you could do is just send me an email, and while we're chit chatting, I will definitely pull it down and pull it up for the viewers because we
very
want them to get
well, very
their
well.
own.
Let me send you so yes, a little email could have just sorted that out to say, hey, I haven't gotten that stuff, which is the presentation for today. Those were
Okay.
just freebies.
Oh,
That
we're going through the
those were
freebies.
just freebies.
Wow.
So
Okay.
that's muy interesante, as they would
Okay.
say, muy interesante. Not a problem.
All
Um,
right.
you just learn to ride and whistle. So let me go into my
Absolutely.
drive
Right.
and
So let me just
grab the
remind
link.
everybody that we are looking at clean eating, we're looking at detoxing as part of your fabulous life. And although I know Dr. Blackwood Harriet may not want to share this little tiny secret, but this is a serious lady who, when she tells you about nutrition, listen, because she knows how to take celery and lettuce and make explosives with them. So, one of the first
Oh,
women in the Caribbean with a degree in thermonuclear dynamics.
oh
And
my
so
God, come on.
taking that,
Who do we have on here today?
it's just you and I.
That's
And
fine. Okay, so look,
so
let's
when I
not
tell you,
scare the
you're gonna get
let's
some
not scare
serious,
the
serious nutrition and
Let me just
guidance.
quick access. Let me just
Right. And so as I had been sharing though in the whole entry or opening is that one of the things about what we're doing here is we're really looking at different ways for us to support your fabulous life. One of the things that I have, been made very clear is that sometimes we neglect different aspects of our lives because we get busy. So, the
mhm,
fun,
mhm.
I don't know if Dr. Harriet would like to live the joy of homeschooling two little boys because I know two that could come over for like a few weeks, from maybe January to June and enjoy that experience. But I know that there's so many aspects to women's lives. And so we want to make sure that we touch the various aspects of your life.
Right. After all, we're talking about a fabulous life, and I don't know who, which of you have been on any of the presentation that went since Monday, and I'm not sure who has been watching the replay. But it's really has been a treat to get all of this in a bite size, you know. We're just like teasing you,
Yes,
getting you ready for that whole day that we're going to have on is it February 6th, as
right. So
well
we're going to
as
confirm. Yes.
okay, as
Well, one thing I want
early
to
in
say quickly,
February.
Doc. Yes, Doc. Can you just download and send me the email because Google is giving me a little trouble. So if you want to just download, if you
Well, the
can.
challenge with downloading the file, this is why I didn't send it to you. It's downloaded. It would
Yes.
not attach in an email.
Ah,
It
okay.
was too big for the email.
All right, so
So
I'm sending you then. I'm gonna send you because technology at work, we're two dynamic ladies. I just sent a request to open. So look for that email. I just sent it. So yeah.
what does that mean?
Well, it means that the Google link is asking me, it says that I'm just asked for permission to open.
They're so stupid.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go there. Let's just go into the
Right.
drive.
Right. And again, just to remind you, while we're doing this technology dance, we are in the middle of a 21, well, not even in the middle, we're still in the early days of a 21-day challenge to ignite your fabulous life.
So
We did look at mindset for the first 4 days. And I want to thank the people who have been going into the Fabulous Life YouTube channel and watching the replays. I really thank you. I also want to shout out to the people who have been joining our meetup group. Those are fabulous ladies from Hot Atlanta. Want to also thank the persons who have been registering for this ongoing 21-day challenge. And again, it's been ladies across the United States, not just the Hot Atlanta crew in the meetup. So I just really want to thank you all and for checking out the replay and being in the live. So it's been very awesome. But as you said, as you will see, Doc and I are still doing our technology dance. And while we're talking about clean eating, I, really want to find out why you said, Doc, that clean eating starts with the liver. Why such an emphasis on the liver?
um that's the role of the liver. The
Oh,
liver
yes,
is
non-scientist like me.
the liver is the seat of your it sits like, let's say, like a great big strainer, and
Okay.
it makes sure that anything that comes into the blood that is in excess or poisonous, that it gets rid of it by neutralizing it, by transforming it into compounds that can be gotten rid of, in any of the ways of elimination, through the skin, through the sweat. Sometimes it makes you bring it back up, and sometimes it just transforms it into something else and stores it. And so I always like to use the analogy of for Jamaicans who love soursop juice. And as good as the soursop juice is, sometimes you squeeze it and the strainer get clogged. And you have to turn the strainer the other way to kind of unclog the different holes. Because if the holes get clogged up, nothing else will come through in any of the juices that you're doing like that. So the liver is the guardian. And that's why when we say don't eat organ meat, because if the person is very toxic, then before the liver can neutralize the toxins, and there you go, eating the liver, and you are simply eating all those toxins. So that is partly why we really don't do organ meat. So
yeah.
So the liver.
So when one of the things we did earlier before you jumped on, we did look at the that juice, the bonus that you have for our Fab Life family. We looked at the juicing, and you had 3 juices, and then you said if you feel hungry, you do a 4th juice. But that, and then of course it's 1 day a week or 3 days straight.
Right. Yeah. 1 day for 3 weeks or 3 days straight, or whenever you just want to, rejuvenate yourself, and you'll realize that different color juices. So some people can do green juice every day, but different color fruits have specific purpose in the body. So you have the total clean as a whistle. And at nighttime, then you have let's rejuvenate the system. That is why a good chemical detox, for example, you have a purging in the night and a replenishing in the morning. So, that is how you really should detox the body. Don't take out all the good and the bad. You have to put in back the good.
Okay. My other question then is, there's persons who say they feel very nervous throughout the day when they do a juicing. How do you respond to that?
It just depends on whether they know the right combination. When you are doing a liver detox, it's an energy intensive process. And most times when you're doing that, we recommend that you rest, that you go light on your regular activities and allow the body to do that job, because the bulk of your, let's call it your metabolism, the bulk of the calories that you use up in a day is not used for walking and all of that. It's used for heart and liver and blood and digestion. And when you're pulling so much internally, it's good to slow down your mechanical movements. And so the body will want to slow you down, to say, I'm working hard in here, keep quiet. So that's what you're feeling.
So tell me something. What is your take on this COVID 20 pounds that everybody's putting on? What's your take on?
I did a freshman 20 pound. Whenever your routine changes, then there is something called non-exercise activity thermogenesis. We call it NEAT. And this is one of the ways that you burn energy without thinking about it. So when you're at home, 2 things happen. Your NEAT energy goes way down because you're not moving as much, you're not fidgeting, you're not talking to people, you're just sitting down. And then you eat more. Many persons, even of my online friends, says to me that, wow, they were just so into comfort eating with their kids. They were kind of scared, not sure where COVID was going to go. And they found themselves, first of all, eating the kids' snack.
Mm,
So
right.
the kids were not as active, and they were in solidarity with the kids, eating the kids' snack. And so it's just like when you go to college, your first semester, you miss home. You normally have new food. You use food for comfort eating. You worry about failing. So you also make fat because you're stressed, cortisol.
Mm.
Yes, and so all a number of
Okay.
factors impact how you function, and your fat burning just changes. And so, 20
Okay.
pound, 15 pound, yeah.
Okay. So I have a question for you, Doc. Would you be open, like how we're having this, technology little glitchy. Can we go through the clean eating checklist? And as a bonus for persons who have been really good with watching the replay, could we normally start 6 o'clock each day for the challenge? Could we do an extra hour, start maybe 5 o'clock on Monday and go through the PowerPoint?
I mean, I can go through the PowerPoint points without
Yes.
them actually seeing the PowerPoint like
Oh, all
now,
right. Let's do that.
because it is up on my screen. They just won't see
Oh,
the pictures, and they won't see some of the things that they may find very, very interesting.
all right.
So and then what I could perhaps do is give the PowerPoint, which is just for presentation purposes. If we could have switched screen, then which is why I so love some of the other technologies, because you simply say, be host, take over as host, and project from your computer. So we don't have that option today, but basically I am just talking about wellness, a wellness boost. And why are you going to do a wellness boost? You're going to do a wellness boost because um, over time, and I had it there, especially the last 3 months in the year. Over those 3 months, when you've been eating extra sugar, extra calories, the body begin to get a little bit overwhelmed. In the 3 months also, you're not sleeping as well because you're staying up late, you're talking to friends and family, even on Zoom. And if it were a normal holiday, you'd be going out and boogieing down. So after all of that, excesses and deficiency, the body becomes a little bit unbalanced. In addition to that, my sister have a funny habit, and at first you'd only see it like in yoga studios where you drop your shoes at the door. And you say, what is this big thing about dropping your shoes at the door? But your shoe takes a lot of toxins from the environment and into your home, where there's less space and where the impact of just, poisons and toxins on your shoe, it has a much bigger impact in your household than when you're out there. So there's
Yes.
something called a big old toxic load.
Right.
There's so many chemicals that we use for cleaning, for all kind of stuff in the house. And every day there are like 80,000 chemicals, and only 250, you hear me? Of the 80,000, only 250 are certified safe.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
And things like pesticides. There are persons who, let's see, God forbid, ants or roach, and they run for the Baygon or they run for whatever pesticide that they have, not
Yes.
knowing, for example, that male children um, get denatured by pesticides because that's
Whoa.
what they do to insects, right? They render them infertile. So when
Whoa.
sperm counts start to go down and all of that, and you wonder what happens to my nice boy picnic or my nice girl picnic, because there's both male testosterone type and estrogenic type of pesticides. So we're carrying a big toxic load. And
Mhm.
the body would normally be able to process these. But when they're coming so fast and furious, then
Yes.
you have to give the body mechanical assistance. And that
Okay.
is how come you decide to give the body a detox. So although
Right.
we are made to cope, um, our bodies weren't made to operate in this 21st century toxic environment with all the bad food and the excess sugar, excess salt, and stress, and so on. And so that's the main reason we have found that when you detox the liver in particular, then you get a big relief, right? I
Yes.
showed you. You're gonna miss the pleasure of my pictures because I mean, just eating well. Um, I went up to over 213 pounds, and 10 years later, I still hadn't quite got the hang of it. So I still had a little big belly, not a little, a biggish belly. So I have myself in my bath suit thinking I was so hot and sexy. Years later, I can see that just the act of regularly detox, then he started at a very good point that detox is not just about summer detox when your mother give you mojo herb, right? Detox is eating in a way and living in a way that reduce the toxin load on your body. Today we're talking about physical, gastrointestinal kind of detox, but there are other things that boost your wellness apart from detox. So in detoxing, what we
And
then
what did
do,
you have and what other things? So we're talking about clean eating, we're talking about and in your definition, let me be clear. Clean
yeah,
is different from the detox.
clean eating is a part of maintaining a low toxic load on the body. So in
Okay.
a way, it's like, okay, what can I use now? Every time you flush after you use the toilet, every time.
Right.
You don't say, I go and flush even once a day, or once
Right.
a
Right.
week, right?
Okay. So
So,
that's what it's
so
like.
that's
Okay.
that's what you do. And toxin tends to gather in the fatty tissues of the body.
Mm.
That's why fat in regular food is so flavorful. It has in all the toxins.
Mm. Wow.
So when you detox, so losing weight, losing fat is one way of detoxing. But eating clean is one way of reducing the environmental detox. So
Okay.
that's what we do. Right?
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So in today, as we kind of wrap up, because we're always committed to 30 minutes, what would you be like the top takeaway that you would like persons to have for today? Because this is just the first day because we have 3 more days of wellness. So in the first day of the wellness challenge, what would you say is the big takeaway?
Okay, so it's about boosting your wellness. So
Mhm.
this part here is what can I do? Um, so last week, or no, the last 4 days, we talk about boosting, detoxing your mind.
Right.
Because thoughts are things, as Liz would have said to you. Today is what can I do to reduce the toxic load on my body, because when I do that, I will have cleaner skin, I will
Mm-hmm.
breathe easier, I will be
Right.
less fat, I will be more energized. So
Right.
there's a big rationale for detoxing. So why don't you um, do a boost by trying to reduce processed foods? Just that.
Mm-hmm.
Just try to reduce, processed foods, and try to have 1 day of the detox drink. It's amazing how that can definitely help you.
Okay, and before we go, I have a question for you. What about
Okay.
those of us who would go into the supermarket, buy all of those items on the juicing, maybe in a bottle instead of the actual fruit,
Uh-huh.
or does it have to actually be the fruits?
What happened is that enzymes, which is what is so you have fiber detox that really is like brushing your skin, right? And that can make your skin get smooth. And then you have chemicals you can drink, like collagen, to have the same effect. So
Mm-hmm.
different things have different effect.
Right.
The enzymes are what we are going for in a liver detox. And once the juices are made, they begin to degrade rapidly. So by the time
Oh,
you get some of them, over 3 days, if they're not in a mason jar, which is a plastic jar with a tight container, after 3 days, the healthy enzymes have completely degraded. So you're just
mm.
drinking sugar and water, or just maybe some alkaline water when
Okay.
it's out of the vegetable juice.
Okay, all right. And so, that's
Right.
important. I'm glad you made that distinction because, as I said, there's some of us who are just going to go straight to the supermarket, buy the juice, about pour it together, and say, yeah, we're following
Yeah,
Doc,
yeah.
and that's
There,
not how it works.
the
That is not
option
how
to
it
that,
works.
there's an alternate to that,
Hmm.
because when you freeze dry fruits or vegetable,
Yes.
you maintain the enzymes. And
Okay.
so if you were to buy one of the better alkaline juice powder, like
Right.
then Garden of Life have one. Kyle Greens is another very reputable one. And the treatment of these are such that they juice and they do something called flash freeze immediately, which
Hmm.
holds in the enzymes until it touches water again. So
Okay.
the solid freeze dry veg
Yes.
or fruit juice is a easy option, because that's what I
Okay.
do. I can't work with the cleanup every time, but I will
Okay.
do Kaya greens, or I will do garden garden of life greens,
Okay.
and that would work also.
Okay, so the big takeaway then is follow the download that you're gonna visit and get. And then if you're not into the cleanup like myself and
Right. Yeah,
you
yeah,
make sure you go to a reputable place and you
yes.
immediately get the things frozen so that you can get the benefit. I love it. I thank you. Doc. This is amazing. And I can't wait. We will see you again for day 6
Right.
of
So it will be on Monday, which will be day 2 of this challenge, and day
right.
6 of our journey together.
That's
What I'd
right.
love you to do, since you have the documents, is in the PowerPoint, I ask you some questions. I ask you, like, what is your recollection of detoxing,
Right.
and how do you feel afterwards? Just
Right.
to have the experience for
Right.
yourself. Then
I
I
you know,
ask you, what can you most sustain, a 1 day, 2 day, or 3 day detox using juicing regime?
Yeah,
And then I
yeah.
ask you to send me any question in terms
All
of
right.
what resonated most with you
Yes.
and what would you like us to put in to include for the next time.
Okay.
So we're going to talk
So,
about water,
all right.
water,
Yes.
and how water helps you and how lack of water really damages your wellness. And
Yes.
that has been a short but fun class because our session, many persons say, me can't drink a gallon of water. I'll show you how you can.
Wow. Okay. Thank you
Per
so much.
day, per day,
That's right.
yes.
And so, we'll get the technology right. You'll send me the PowerPoints and we'll get them posted so that everyone will miss absolutely nothing. And again, I want to thank you for being with us on day 5 of the 21-day challenge to ignite your fabulous life. Thank you so much, Doc.